What were some of the things that Acme allowed you to do for the first time?
Okay, be creative. I never actually had to create something before, except those like hand Thanksgiving turkey things in kindergarten.
Learn how to set and follow a timeline to get objectives done. You set everybody back if you don't have your stuff together.
Work with a budget.
It's hard.
College is perfecting this skill.
It's hard to really know where to begin.
I became a learned prop master.
I got to sword fight.
I got to be an MC.
I got to draw and make logos.
I got to haggle at a flea market.
I got to transform into a bird.
I got to build a set.
I got to drown my living room in just like yards and yards and yards of fabric.
I got to drive to Winters at 1 in the morning.
I got to do a Scottish accent.
I got to learn to sew and use power tools.
I got to go up on the catwalks.
I got to see the inside of the Hunt's tomato factory before they tore it down.
I got to act in a pool of water.
I got to ride in a trunk.
I got to go to the barn whenever I wanted, and when I did.
I got to cross this really swingy ridge thing.
I got to jump off a building.
I got to play with fake blood.
I got to boil roadkill.
I got to do things that haven't met their statute of limitations yet.
I got to get away with saying the F word in front of members of the Davis School Board.
I got to make these really awesome bird masks.
I got to sing a song about an enormous fart.
I got to hold a sword twice.
I got to buy a giant Costco-sized box of condoms. For blood packets!
I got to learn how cool a serger is.
I got to do a Q2Q in my swimsuit.
I got to find out that Save Mart sells jumbo packs of hot wood.
I got to use the first DeWalt.
I got to kiss a boy I had a crush on.
I didn't get to kiss anybody.
I got to jump a Prius at 3 o'clock in the morning.
I got to gossip on headset.
I got to wear a hoop skirt.
I got to spend most of the play in the booth.
I got all these cool scars.
Acme even kicked off my dedication to playwriting. I got to write short plays for the summer children's program several summers in a row.
Acme gave me my first opportunity to work with other aspiring actors/artists my age.
Acme showed me that I could lead people. I could organize and I could push as hard as physically and mentally possible and produce something spectacular.
Acme allowed me to stay out until 3 a.m. in the morning sewing costumes.
I was, for the first time, part of a show, creating something that I truly felt connected with.
Basically, it was the first time I could go crazy and be professional and make friends and make art all at once.
I learned almost everything I know about technical theater from Acme.
I learned that the design teams and crews for a production are as, if not more, important than the actors on the stage.
For the first time, I was mentored by adults that didn't hover and wait for a mistake. They truly believed that the young people of the company were capable of great things, and their faith in us allowed us to take risks and stretch the boundaries of what we thought we could do.
What didn't Acme allow me to do? It allowed me to see my siblings' talent, to design, to sew, to get out of the house and away from school.
Acme was definitely a very positive part of my life during high school.
Acme was my home. It was where I went when everything else fell apart.
Acme gave me something real and important to throw myself into, where deadlines mattered, and dedication was rewarded the right way, with more responsibility.
The thing is that theater is just so honest. If you goof up, then an entire audience of people will know it. This feeling made me worry and focus and want to do my job really well. In the beginning, I carried those chairs and set pieces on and off the stage like I really meant it.
Acme, I can say, allowed me to have true responsibility for the first time. Responsibility that felt real. When you're young, responsibilities mostly include school, curfews, and chores. These responsibilities may come as obviously important to adults, but even the most obedient youth, they can feel more like obligations. But the responsibilities I had in Acme were real and important to me. One reason was because it felt like they had a more serious consequence. If I didn't follow through, I wouldn't just get a slap on the wrist or a loss of certain privileges, but I would be letting down my peers and close friends who'd spent all their free time and energy working on whatever show was going on at the time. Also, there were no parents to nag you or jumpstart you out of apathy. You had to make Acme happen yourself. That's not to say that there was no moral support within the company. Far from it. But the pressure of having virtually no one to fall back on, not even Dave in many cases, and having all the authority of a crew chief really helped me realize my own potential and skills at an early age.
Acme was the most real thing I'd worked on in high school, and for many years afterward. And I think I could sense it even at the time.